I'm John Harvey, and the 12th and last of the Resnick novels is called Darkness, Darkness. Real crime, real people, real world. It's the 12th of the books and the last one, and Resnick is kind of teetering on the edge of retirement. But an event that happened 30 years ago when he was a policeman involved in the miners' strike brings him back into action, as it were. And it's the discovery of a body of a young woman who was thought had possibly just gone missing, possibly something bad had happened to, but who hadn't been seen or heard of for 30 years. And when her body is discovered, Resnick feels that it's time for him to get involved again, possibly for the last time. Because I knew this was going to be the last Resnick novel, I thought there had to be something quite significant about it, particularly significant. And because Resnick was a police officer serving during the miners' strike, at a time when the activities of the police were, to put it mildly, questionable in some regard, it would be something that would have preyed on his mind, I think, for 30 years. So it was an important thing for him. It was an important thing for the area of Nottinghamshire where the books are set. And important for me in that I was living in Nottingham during the miners' strike, and although I wasn't involved in any particularly practical sense, I was aware of the splits within the community that happened then and which are still evident today. So it seemed like an important area of Resnick's life to return to and look at from this perspective of 30 years on. If I was going to do something about the miners' strike, I wanted to look at that in the perspective of the current day. I wanted to look at Resnick as a younger policeman and as a policeman near retirement. So it seemed to me that moving between the two areas and the two time zones was probably the best way to do this. And also, I suppose what I was doing was setting myself a kind of small challenge to see whether I could move across a kind of 30-year gap and still keep the narrative flowing quite smoothly and keep the reader's interest. I very much wanted to write a crime novel, or if I was lucky, a series of crime novels that gave a picture of a particular place. Some of my inspirations in doing this were novels which had also taken a very particular kind of social and political and economic look at a particular area, a particular region, using crime and the investigation of crime as a way of investigating the city, if you like. So because Nottingham was the city I knew, even though I didn't grow up there, but I'd been working there, I'd worked there as a teacher, I'd lived there for quite a long time. So that was the obvious place to try and use. And also, Nottingham has a real tradition of writers who write about the city. Alan Sillitoe, Saturday Night and Sunday Morning, D.H. Lawrence, and so on.